Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, May 23rd, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. And just like it started back in 1998, the skies opened up at the final act for the Chesapeake Bay Blues Fest. I mean, is it really a Chesapeake Bay Blues Fest without rain? And to Don and Sarah and everyone that has made this happen for all of these years, and for the $1.7 million donated to local charities, many thanks. It was a fantastic send-off. And before we get into it today, let me remind everybody that it is commissioning week and it is in full swing starting today with the Herndon Climb this morning, the Blue Angels tomorrow and Wednesday, the Color Parade on Thursday, and graduation on Friday, as well as a bunch of other different events. Lots of visitors. The two words for the week are patience and kindness. Okay, it is Monday. We have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Some good police news. The Annapolis Police have arrested a man they say is the getaway driver from last week's bank robbery at the Wells Fargo on Bay Ridge Road. Using neighboring video cameras, they identified a suspect car fleeing the scene. It was traced to a rental company and ultimately to a 38-year-old Annapolis resident. He is being held on a $100,000 bond and charged with theft and robbery as well as an accessory to the crime. My guess is that he is not talking, since police are still searching for the actual robber who was wearing a black ski mask when he passed the teller a note about the robbery. No weapon was used. A Severn man was carjacked in his own driveway. At about 11 p.m. on Thursday, the man was returning to his home in the 8,000 block of Telegraph Road when he was approached by four suspects wearing ski masks and dark clothing. Two were armed with handguns. They banged on the window and ordered him to get out. They did allow the victim to get his child from the rear seat before they hopped in and fled the scene. Police are looking for the suspects and the victim's baby blue BMW M3. If anybody knows anything, 410-222-6155. This story is a developing one. On Friday, we got a tip that the new Bird scooters and bikes had been excluded from public and subsidized housing communities across the city. Apparently, they have been geofenced, and the vehicles would actually stop when you entered the area, and you are unable to park them in those communities. We asked the city, and they said that all of the communities had requested it, along with the Naval Academy and St. John's. Also, state buildings and part of the Truxton Park in Annapolis are also geofenced off. We contacted HACA, and Melissa Maddox-Evan, who is the executive director, said that they do not want the bikes and scooters on their property because they don't have the staff to deal with it. However, she said they should have access on all public roads so they are accessible to their residents. We reached out to the management of the subsidized housing complexes across the city and are awaiting return calls from them, as well as from some of the larger apartment complexes in the city, to see if they were approached and offered permission to opt out of having the vehicles on their property as well. There are also a few lower income homes that are not subsidized nor public housing that are also geofenced out. Madison Place in Eastport, parts of Clay Street, and Pleasant Street in downtown Annapolis. We hope to have more answers on this today. And speaking of these scooters and bikes, please be very careful driving about town. Remember commissioning week and these scooters. I have heard some reports of some near misses. Okay, we have a few weeks yet, but mark Thursdays from June 16th through August 18th on your calendar. Tides and Tunes returns to the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park, and these free concerts are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Thursday, weather permitting, and they feature all of the best local bands of all genres. And I think that's the first time I ever used the word genre in the daily news brief in the last 3 or 4 years. How about that? Opening the series for the 2022 season, the sultry, sexy sounds of Julie and Sweet Lita. And while these concerts are free, the museum does ask if you can muster up a $10 donation to get in. It is much appreciated, and it goes to the education fund. Bring a lawn chair and your dancing shoes. These are always a blast. They do have food trucks and a bar to purchase food and drink as well. And since they are big and fancy now with 2 campuses, I guess they think they're St. John's College, This all goes down on the Eastport campus, which is the one on 2nd Street, the original. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight this Saturday with Alexandra and Sailor's Dog Walking and Pet Care. Great new business started up by a great young person. Awesome to see. Up this coming weekend is Royal Jewelers, a new type of jeweler in the mall. I do have a few bonus pods to release, but this week is going to be so busy with commissioning week, so none this week. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. All righty, Ann Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And, of course, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's are wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, May 23rd. Not a bad weekend for the Annapolis region, despite the first real taste of summertime heat, but it'll be anything but hot for the next few days, though the outlook for the Memorial Day holiday weekend is a good one. Look for dry skies today with cool temps of 70 to 75 degrees for afternoon highs, to be followed by chilly and cloudy conditions tomorrow and Wednesday, with highs only upper 60s to lower 70s, with a small but valid chance for some sprinkles and showers each day. Ahead of warmer temps in the upper 70s to mid 80s Thursday and Friday, with a likelihood of some showers and storms each day before high pressure moves back in to the region Saturday, which should help provide nice conditions for the entire mid-Atlantic region through Memorial Day Monday, with plenty of sunshine and highs upper 70s to mid 80s. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. We are officially in bear territory. The S&P 500 is down just over 20% from the all-time high set on January 3rd. This is scary. The closer you are to retirement, or if you're in retirement, the scarier it gets. It's important to take a longer-term perspective. In all the years we've had a stock market, we see that about 1 of every 3 years is negative. Since 1970, we've had 7 negative 5-year periods, meaning if you had invested at the beginning of that period, you would have less in 5 years than what you started with. We've had 2 negative 10-year periods, and we've never had a 15-year negative period in stock market history. While your accounts may be down, unless you've sold and are now holding cash, you haven't actually lost anything. If you had 10 shares of Spacely Sprockets in January, you still have 10 shares of Spacely Sprockets today. You just can't sell them for as much as you could in January. Let's say that stock was worth $100 a share in January. You had $1,000 of Spacely Sprockets, 10 shares times $100. With a 20% drop, you have $800 of Spacely Sprockets if you sold right now, but you still have 10 shares. If you hold and wait for the market to recover, you should eventually be able to sell those 10 shares at $100 each. Here's the best part. If you keep investing, contributing to your retirement accounts with each paycheck, you're buying 20% more shares. Let's say we now have 12 shares of Spacely Sprockets at $80 a share. When the market recovers, our investment isn't worth $1,000, it's $1,200 because we have more shares. We're sending you back to your phones for your action item this week. Pull up the stock market app on your phone and click on the S&P 500. Move the time horizon to all. You'll see the stagflation of the early 80s, Black Monday in 1987, the tech bubble bursting, the Great Recession, the pandemic. But what you'll really see is that the market has returned, on average, 10.5% a year. There's more information on our Facebook page and our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advice Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today at 410-599-1370 so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.